Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. How's your day going? My name is Joseph. I'm still here today to continue with the series of lecturing and education and impartation on this trending industry that we have been dealing with for some days now. Today, we'll be talking about the cryptocurrency. Generally, many of us have very diverse perspective or views about cryptocurrency. The word cryptocurrency, it's carved out from cryptograph. It's a computerizing language where it's generally carved out from the sequence of algorithm that is encrypted in the blockchain. Sequence of data that is encrypted in the blockchain. So cryptocurrency is a currency that is encrypted in the blockchain ledger, and you can equally refer it to be as a digital asset. So many of us have diverse views or opinion about this digital asset called cryptocurrency. But today I will just be telling us what it is and the values it can add to us and the opportunities that it has in this industry that we have been talking about. All right. Quickly, I want to make us understand that cryptocurrency is nothing but a mode of payments or a mode of financial transaction or digital asset that can be used for fintech, for finance, for payments, or just like your fiat, just like the regular money you have, using to pay bills, using to pay for services. But in this case, it is purely in digital form. It's a purely digital asset, thereby making it of high value. So how does it really bring about this market dynamics that many persons are now saying, oh, the cryptocurrency market is doing well, it's down, it's up, it's all a view. So it just works out the same way the money market works. The money market, if you understand how it works, primarily when you see there's a London Open, for instance, or New York section, when there is an influx of money coming into a particular asset, let's say USD JPY, for instance, or Euro USD, or USD CAD, or USD or any of this pair, general pairs in the market. When if for instance the USD JPY is bullish, it implies that the USD is doing well. The USD is doing well. So if the USD JPY is bearish, it implies that the JPY is doing well. So that implies that for every crypto asset, the same thing happens. When there's an asset coming into a particular, there's a liquidity coming into a particular asset, there is tendency of having a bullish movement in the market. There's a tendency that this liquidity that comes in increases the market capitalization of that asset. So that in turn brings about the increase in the price of a particular crypto asset. So generally, what brings about that value, that appreciation of a crypto asset is primarily the force of demand and supply. In our basic economics, we know that when demand of a commodity is high than the supply, the price will definitely increase. And when it's other way around, when the demand is lesser than the supply, the price will drop. So the same thing that happens in the crypto market. When you have a crypto asset, for instance, the Bitcoin capitalization, it's doing, let's say, 1 trillion, or let's say $1 trillion, for instance, and the market has a sentiment that maybe 1 or 2 investors are coming into the crypto to hold on to the asset. It will cause what? It will cause demand. It will cause a high influx of investors coming into that asset, thereby resulting to high demand and a bullish run for that crypto commodity. So this implies that every action in the market causes what? An increase in a crypto commodity. So we have a lot of crypto assets in the market. Crypto assets, we have up to 12,000 crypto assets in the market. Up to 12,000 crypto assets. Some are purely DeFi asset projects. Some are not decentralized projects. They are different. They have different use cases. So these are crypto assets that solve a particular problem in the blockchain. Some have use cases of, for instance, gas fee reclaimer. Some company who has a solution to help reclaim excess gas fee on the ERC20 blockchain. That is one use case. Another person will say that, okay, I have a niche carved out for me to help, let's say, those who want to do P2P, for instance, on decentralized exchange transaction. They are providing such platform. So it is a crypto as a platform whereby when transactions are done, the mode of transacting or what you use in executing the transaction, it is that token or that crypto asset that is provided by the developers of the project. So that is how these things work. So generally, the Bitcoin is just the first of all the crypto assets, and we say that the crypto market, it's large, it's enormous, and we are looking at how many persons will begin to understand how these things would add value. The next, Ethereum blockchain, which happens to be the biggest and the most accommodating blockchain right now. It happens to be doing more than the Bitcoin when it comes to people who are using the Ethereum to execute diverse projects. So what we are saying in essence is that we have a whole lot of these projects springing up, that are coming in the crypto form. So these are the ways this crypto market can actually add value. Let's take, for instance, you come into the crypto space and you are asked to buy, let's say, for instance, Solana. Solana was an asset that was selling for, let's say, less than a dollar. Then you came in, you buy $100 worth of Solana, and Solana now did, for instance, $5 over a span of 8 months. That you've done X5 times 5 of that value of what you did. For instance, you did a $100 investment. In less than how many months, you've made $500 times 5 of it. So that is just an example. For instance, when Bitcoin came into the limelight 2008 to 2009, all right, the first white paper was done 2008, and the introduction 2009. We saw that when it was launched, it was doing far less than a cent. All right. So those who were privileged to buy one Bitcoin, bought it very cheap, quite cheap. If, for instance, you had $100 and you bought, let's say, one Bitcoin at 1 cent, so you'll be holding how many Bitcoin? Let's say, for instance, you'll be holding an average of 10,000 Bitcoin, for instance. Let's put it at that. Then, if you hold this Bitcoin asset from 2008 or 2009 till 2017, when there was a major bull run in the market, that major bull run that many of us became informed about the crypto market. So you discover that you have made over it made about $20,000 as at that time. So with $20,000 made from just one Bitcoin, multiplied by 10,000 units of the Bitcoin you were having, So that gives you a open sum of $20 million. Friends, this could actually be the kind of investment or the kind of opportunities that you really want to know and study and get to know more about. So what I'm saying in essence is that this industry has a lot of potentials. So it takes a lot of having to do your research, having to do your study, having to do your detailed studies so that you get to know more how these things work. You know, it's not just enough to tell you that go and buy any crypto asset. No, but do your due diligence, study the assets before you go into it. I must congratulate you for taking time to watch this video, and I want to inform you that this is the very best thing that could happen to you to get to know about this crypto asset. So as we look forward to the next series, I want to say that continue to study and get to know more about this trending technology. I still remember myself, Mr. Joseph, and do have a blessed day. Thank you very much.